Maybe I'm a bit ahead of my time with this here because neither technology nor habits seem yet ready for it. But I think race sims should be played, recorded and watched in the most natural/realistic way, and that is with a wide dynamic FOV and in a corresponding format. The recording and watching standard format on YouTube and elsewhere, of course, is 16:9, represented by, for instance, 1920 to 1080, 2560 to 1440 or 3840 to 2160 pixels. Formats practically all devices like smartphones, tablets, TVs and monitors can display properly. This video, however, is recorded and uploaded in a 32:9 format. In other words, 5120 to 1440 pixels, which is the native resolution of my 49-inch monitor. Hence, this video is best watched on super ultra-wide 32:9 devices. In my opinion, there is no denying that, at least for racing sims, this format is much less informative or immersive than this one. And since this one is what I see when I'm playing, I also want you to see what I see. As a matter of fact, 32:9 provides twice the amount of video information than 60:9. In my case, when uploading my videos in 16:9 or 2560 to 1440 pixels, I lose 1280 pixels of visual information on each side. Okay, but if 32:9 is superior and actually the way to go, why not always record and upload in super ultra wide? Well, because of technology and habits. For one, recording this amount of pixels is still very heavy on the system and not really recommended by OBS, which I'm using. Running additional apps like SimHub, CrewChief or the Beam Eye Tracker, which I'm using here, increases the load even more. There is a reason why all this footage here is from Automobilista 2, because with this game I still get around 60 FPS in-game when recording in 5120 to 1440 and with all the said apps running. In contrast to this, I also tried to record Le Mans Ultimate in 32:9, but the lags were just too brutal and my driving was mainly marred by repeated disconnects of my wheel and pedals. Also, there are watching, customs and habits. As long as there is this monopoly of 16:9 devices, people will primarily produce videos in this format. Thus, they can be sure their footage is properly displayed and fills your device's entire screen. I'm well aware of the fact that this video here will not be pushed by YouTube due to this, say, format discrepancy, and therefore will not make as much views as it would was it in 16:9. And if you're watching this on a 16:9 device, which is very likely, I'd even understand if that left you somewhat unsatisfied due to the 50% of black space you see on your screen. Nevertheless, my opinion stands. Racing sims should be played, recorded and watched in a 32:9 or even wider format. If I had the space, I would play on triples and enjoy an even wider FOV with even more visual info on the peripherals. Watching in super ultra wide is already great, but it gets even better. Most of the footage here features the Beam Eye Tracker, an eye tracker app available on Steam. I've used it for some time now and it really has grown on me. Unlike other eye trackers, for Beam Eye Tracker you only need a webcam to make it work. Get the free software OpenTrack and you can set up individual options and mappings for over 200 games to achieve this expanded and dynamic FOV. For me, currently the best alternative to VR. Certainly, eventually I'm also only pragmatic and will continue producing videos in 16:9 because that is still best digested. But on the other hand, it's really also in our hands to signal a certain need for other formats or on how we would like to consume content. Alright guys, that's it from my side. Tell me in the comments what you think of my formative ponderings here. Do they make sense or am I just derailed? Tell me what you think in the comments guys. I'm really curious to know. Thanks a lot for watching and have the best time of your life in your most favorite sim. And see you on the next one. Bye.